This is the Okamoto model IGM-2M internal grinding machine, serial number 11574, new 1998, equipped with a 20,000 RPM Okamoto spindle, coolant filtration, and a faceplate.
And where do we start here? Lower pan, there's a lot to talk about on this machine, but we will do a walk around. Let's start, the front lower panel, of course, sets table positions. Like I said, we'll come back around to it. Table positions and dressing positions, and several dials to take care of table speed, Terry. The upper panel, of course, up here, which swivels all over the place, but we've got a small program set up on here too that we'll come back to. I'll just do a cursory walkthrough on the panel, the main ingredients anyhow. Of course, grinding head down low, like you said, faceplate. Dresser comes in and out automatically hydraulically. And the other control panels for the work head, of course, in-feed, retract, or the pulse generator. Right up above that is chuck, unchuck for the chuck. And this thing goes either way on the power input. Right now, this thing has a 480 to 220 transformer, so we're bringing 480 to it as it stands. Work head motor up high, and incremental servo. There's the servo motor down low. Chucking manifold off to the right there for the hydraulics. And a couple of major components back here. The hydraulic system you're looking at now with the chiller on it. And over to the left here, the filtration slash coolant, vapor filter. And electric panel, I'm temped in, like I said, temporarily. This is my 480 coming in. I'm gonna watch this cable here a little bit. So I got a standard controller here. There's the freak drive for the work head. Here's the servo drive for feed for the work head. And behind it, there's the little stepper drive right there, and that's for the spindle head, because it has to count for after it addresses. When it addresses, the spindle head will move in incrementally. And books up on top, programming manual for what it's worth, service, it's all here. And the air package down low, which is critical, of course, for the spindle, for the Okamoto spindle. You'll see that light go off and on. That's that drip coming through there. It's got an alarm for too fast of a drip or too slow of a drip. So that thing, we got it set right about now. So, and this glass will fill up later too. That's your oil for up on top, lubrication to show that it's pumping, and the grinding head. So spindle.
So doors are off and.
Yeah, the main doors are off. And that's about all we got off really right now. We put all the other smaller covers on, they're all on. The main doors are off. And so like I said, this one is where you just push and set table position. And I'll just run through it real fast here. First we'll bring up the hydraulics. Be good if we turned off E-stop. Yeah, let's get out of the E-string and we'll bring up oil. We're good, scoop goes down. If you come down here, I can manually go through it. And this is really it, the way you set this up, which is really nice, is we're at the home position now, or we can go to right end position, which is all the way back. But if I come manually and walk it through, I just turn that light on. That's like my starting position. And then if I wanted to get a little bit farther, I can make that my starting position. And watch me come up on my dressing position all the way up in here. I'll turn that right there. I just passed it. There's dressing. And if I want to move that a little bit, you just push the button. But here's, and I'll finish my finished dressing position. There it is. And then I go a little bit farther as this thing traverses. Oh, we turn the water on right there. So I just kind of incrementally put them all in. And these are the important ones. This is where you enter your piece part right about, whoops, there it is, right there at 601. So this is all easily changed incrementally. And then I go in, how far? About 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and it's right about, and I might, there it goes, maybe about 2 inches. And you'll see that on the reset, because what I'll do is now pull this out in manual. I'm just going to send it back to our part position. And let's say I just did a part and I just want to knock off 1,000 or two and it's still chucked up. I would just leave it in manual and bring the carriage in the same way as they do an auto cycle. Start it, and it's just going to go in and reset manually. We are not running an auto program yet, but at this point I could show you with table feed. You slow it down or speed it up. I can do Terry. See, you have that hesitation there. So I can move that farther back down. And right now also, I'm on 0, that's my start position, present position. If I just wanted to come in on that same part incrementally and take a couple of thousandths off, there's 5/10, 8, there's 1,000th. Well, let's say I'm done with that, I just took my 1,000th off. That takes me out of my 0 start position, but I will send my head home, just like that. And then this light comes on and says start position return, so I don't lose my regular position for the next piece. I just hit that, and it takes me back to 0. That said, that's the pulse generator here, like I said, for the in-feed. This is the scoop. We'll turn the spindle on, but when we do the auto cycle, we'll get auto dress in there, and we'll go through all 3 stages of rough, medium, and fine grind. Right now, I'm just going to fire up the spindle once, which is just off the start-stop buttons. In fact, there's work spindle. We can do that right now. And that's this pot up here. Slow it down, speed it up. I'll leave it on maybe for the auto cycle, but that's jog. Coolant, we don't have hooked up right now. And here's grinding wheel spindle. I think it's at, I forgot what the RPM is on this.
20,000.
Yeah, the stone's not dressed. It was on there when it came to us, so. You can maybe take this one just loose. Shut it down one. Couldn't hear it anyhow. There we go. That's that. Let's take it up one more time. Oh, slow. Nice setup. The way they got spring loaded. And yeah, works good. And we're ready to grind at this point. While that's winding down, what we've got here is 30 thousandths we're going to take off total. You can go intermittent or continuous, which is the red or the white. I'm going intermittent. I'm calling for an initial dress and an intermediate dress too. Right between each stage would be a dress. And as soon as I hit auto start, it's going to go in and do its 3 stages. I'm just waiting for that to shut down. The belt's loud. So I'm going to flip over to auto. Data set for all of this is right through data set. I'm not doing that now. And you just go down about 12 or 13 steps and call for how much incrementally you want to go take off for each step. There's a lot to go into there. It's more than I can show on this video. So I'm going to auto start. Right here, it's a 2-hand interlock. Dresser comes down, we're dressing. So I call for initial and intermediate. So now we're rough cutting at, what have I got it at, 5/10? 5/10 per recip. You slow it down a little bit. And I'll go to, I take off a couple of thousandths, then it's going to jump. There's mediums. Now it's going to dress one more time. It's hard to watch it all, but it'll stop for a dress for intermediate, because I'm calling for that. And now it's going to do the intermediate at also 5/10 per recip. And I think this takes up to about 25 or 26 thousandths. Now we're going to take off 5/10 after it flips over after one more dress. There's the dress. Now we're on fine. Take off my 5 or whatever it is. Yeah, This one's 14 tenths, 1 and 4 tenths per recip, up to 30. There's 30, part done. That's it. One more time, you just send it in. You play with a few things again. Dress speed, I can speed that up. Okay, that goes a lot faster. I had it going pretty slow. Terry, like I said, we showed that a little bit. And even to slow it down if we have to go easy here. Yeah, that works. There's my dress. That's a fast dress. Now, maybe on the next one we'll slow it down, go real easy on that last dress from medium to fine. And you can move these on the fly. I'm just going to feed that much faster now if I want. 8 tenths, a full 1,000 on each pass. Not a problem. Now we're down slow on the dress. I'm going to bring it up slowly. Okay, real slow dress. There it is. That's my third dress. I go over to fine. Take off 6,000, 7,000. It's just the way I've got it set up. It wouldn't be that much in real life, but there it is fast. 300. And end of auto cycle. It all just works really nice.